I'm entitled to that ocean. In future, we are going to have wars.
This statement by President Yoweri Museveni has attracted a lot of anger from Kenyan citizens who have taken to different social media platforms castigating the head of state for his sentiments. Museveni is particularly referring to the Indian Ocean. 3 countries in East Africa, among them Kenya, Tanzania and Somalia, border the Indian Ocean. But the president seems to suggest that Uganda has for long endured restrictions to access the Indian Ocean whenever the country exports its goods.
That's why we have got endless discussion with Kenya, and then this one. This one stopped, then another one comes, then the railway, the pipeline, the what, we discuss. But that ocean belongs to me. Because where is my ocean?
He further expresses his frustration with the fact that Uganda is unable to establish its naval base, even when the country would wish to have one.
But how can we have even a navy? We are cut off from the sea because of the Russian colonial borders. Yeah. Uganda is landlocked. Who landlocked me? Bismarck is the one who landlocked me. Why should we accept Bismarck that he comes and says these ones are landlocked?
Museveni has now warned that there could be disagreements in future if the region does not harmonize on how landlocked East African states can conveniently access the Indian Ocean without facing so many frustrations.
So may I just wish these people, you are really endangering yourself. How can you have a situation like this? Uganda is landlocked inside here. But where is my ocean? My ocean is the Indian Ocean. So, no, it belongs really me.
The president, again, through the different structures and institutions, has a better understanding of what the international legal frameworks looks like in terms of how countries interact, but also countries that have access to the sea and to the ocean interacting with those that are, far from the sea.
I think, to be fair to Museveni, is that he spoke in the context of the East African community, that we are in this community together, right? So if he spoke in the context of the East African community, it cannot be construed as a threat. You know, it's a continuity of the claim of collective belonging, right? So he's saying we belong together, so we own the Indian Ocean together. So that's not a threat of war.
According to Serunkuma, Museveni's comments highlights the struggles that the East African community is facing with reconstructing the bloc to the way it was in the 1960s and 1970s. The pundits argue that there's no cause for alarm. After all, Kenya's Foreign Affairs Ministry has downplayed Museveni's statements over access to the Indian Ocean.
Even if there were any issues, the best avenues to address this is through the bilateral engagements.
We would be interested in getting supplies from Kenya to fight Kenya. So this is a way that Kenya would win without firing a single shot, right? So I really think that we're making a mountain out of a molehill. In the thick of the campaigns, Museveni said some words. Maybe he too regrets them, and I think we're making a mountain out of it.
It remains to be seen if President Museveni will clarify what he exactly meant when he said that there could be wars in the future over accessibility to the Indian Ocean, given that everyone is interpreting this statement their own way. Daniel Kibet, NTV.